Hi, everyone. I know this is a bit unconventional and perhaps a little technologically advanced. However, I chose to pre-record my speech ahead of time so that I could really say everything that I wanted to say to Amanda and Christopher. I also didn't want to be standing up in front of everyone talking when I could be sitting next to Amanda and Chris while they listened to my speech. So here goes. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Amanda's sister Lauren and the Maid of Honor. Now, I was told for the last year that I need to get up here and really give it to Amanda. I need to tell some of the most hysterical stories and embarrassed her a bit. Now, for those of you who know me, that comes quite easy and is one of my most favorite pastimes. However, I decided against that due to the fact that this is such an important memory for Amanda and Christopher, and I really wanted to say something that would touch her heart. So when she looks back at this video, she can smile and say that was exactly the truth. So I'm not going to tell a lot of stories. I'm going to tell one story. Now, if you know Amanda for 5 minutes, 5 hours, or her whole life, it really doesn't matter. What you see in the first 5 minutes of being in her presence is exactly who she is. To be part of her life is truly an honor for me. She has grown up to be a strong, beautiful, caring, genuine, loving, and amazing person. Now, people who meet me always say the same thing. You two look alike, but you are the total opposite of one another. She's so calm and nothing upsets her, and you're like a pit bull. And I respond by laughing and saying, I'm her pit bull, though. Now, I'm, like I said, only going to tell you one story tonight as far as the speech goes. If you want to hear more stories, I would suggest you meet me at the bar where I will tell you all those hysterical stories that I'm not going to say right now. So in about 1997, the movie My Sister's Keeper came out. Now, I don't know how many of you have ever seen that movie, but if you haven't seen it, it's pretty simple. It is about an older sister who is dying of cancer. The parents decide to have a new baby in order to try and save the life of the older sibling by using her stem cells and bone marrow. Okay? Now, the movie came out, and Amanda desperately wanted to go see this movie together. So we go to the movies, and as we watch it, we're looking at each other, and I keep thinking, this is so us. Now, of course, neither one of us is sick, thank God, but the relationship between these two girls was completely our relationship. Needless to say, I sat there as this movie played with tears pouring down my face. Now, for those of you who know me, I held those tears in so long, my insides were actually burning. All of a sudden, I turn to look at Amanda, and she is crying so hard, she looks like she is going to pass out. I say, do you want to go outside or get some air or leave and we can come back and see the movie another day? She said, no, I love this movie. This movie is so us. So we sit through almost the entire movie, and all of a sudden, the little sister looks at the older sister and says, if you have a sister and she dies, do you stop saying you have one, or are you always a sister even when the other half of the equation is gone? Well, the yelp that came out of Amanda's mouth was so loud, I almost literally died in the chair. Now, she calmed down after that, thank God, but then it happened. The moment at the end of the movie that we had known was coming and we had been waiting for. The older sister passes away, and the little sister once again says, once upon a time, I thought I was put on this earth to save my sister. In the end, I couldn't do that. I realize now that wasn't the point at all. The point was I had a sister. She was the most fantastic sister. One day I'm sure I'll see her again. Until then, though, our relationship continues. Now the crying turned into weeping and yelping all at once. As the credits rolled on the screen, she grabbed my hand and she leaned over, and I will never forget. She said, Lauren, I love you, and don't you ever leave me here alone without you. Now, of course, the movie ended, and I am now still hysterical crying for about another hour after we left the theater. From that moment on, that movie was our movie. We've got the tattoo that says My Sister's Keeper on our feet, and we have always felt that that movie described us perfectly. The love between these two sisters was identical to ours. Now, in real life, we have been through a lot. We have shared some of the happiest of times and have held each other through some of the most horrific losses, events we swore that we were never going to make it through. But together we seem to always find the strength to carry one another, and at times we literally had to carry one another. Our love will always remain unconditional, And not everyone in the world is blessed with a sister that they can call a friend, but I am extremely lucky to be able to say I have both of those. In my eyes, the woman getting married today will forever and always be the little blonde-haired baby I used to hold and play with all day long, which means I will always call to make sure you're okay. I will always say, do you want me to handle it? I will always be there right by your side through whatever life may throw our way. I will always be my sister's keeper. Now, before I end this, I do want to say something to Christopher. First, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing my sister what true love is. I can remember her lying in bed with me as a little girl describing the love of her life. And I would say, Amanda, one day you'll find him and you'll know. Christopher, you are the man she used to describe and dream of spending her life with. You have kept her heart safe and have never let her down. You both have built a relationship filled with love, trust, and respect. You are a good man, a great friend, and an amazing brother. I love you dearly and cherish the relationship we have built over the years. I look forward to sharing this night with you both and being there for you on the next part of your journey in life. I wish you both nothing but love and happiness. So I hope everyone in here can raise their glasses now to my sister Amanda and my brother Christopher. I love you both very much. Have a good night.